There you are. Um, do you mind if I sit? I didn't expect to find you still out here this late. You know, you're buried in your notes, drowning in highlighters with tons of sticky notes. Um, hey, are you good? I mean, you're just sitting and staring at your computer screen, which looks like there's nothing on. You're just staring at a blank screen. Are you fine? Um, this is, very unlike you. Did I miss the end of the world or something? Or did I miss the memo? I don't. Okay. I get it. You don't have to glare at me. I'm just surprised, that's all. Look, I only came back because I forgot my charger. Not because I was worried or anything else. But when I was walking back and I saw that you were still here, alone, doing whatever this is, I figured I should at least check in on you. Are you good? Right. Silly question. You're obviously not. This isn't like you. You're usually on top of everything, You have everything you need done, like 3 days in advance. Color coded, double checked, no mistakes, perfect. But now you're just sitting here. Look, I know we don't exactly get along. That's kind of our thing, right? That's our dynamic. Whenever one of us pulls up to class, we ignore each other, bicker if we're in a group, and pretend we're too good for each other, We're rivals and all that. But, I was thinking, when we actually work together, I think we make, kind of a good team. Well, we could make a good team if we stopped arguing and bickering with each other for like every 5 minutes. Anyway, I noticed, not to be rude or anything, but you're kind of falling behind. I noticed before today, actually, and I figured that if I don't say anything now, I'll probably regret it later. So, what's going on? No pressure, no pressure. You don't have to explain if you don't want to, but just for your information, I'm here. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say, especially not to you, of all people. Yeah, we've definitely called each other worse things. But that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, we only argue because we care. You care about doing everything right, about making sure everything's on task and on schedule. And I care about having fun, not stressing about every little thing and just taking it easy sometimes. But don't get me wrong, I can for sure and most definitely lock in and focus on something if I really need to. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know when we clash and don't see eye to eye, it's hard because I know we're both trying to pretend like we don't respect each other, but I know deep down we both do. And you don't have to keep up the whole I'm fine act with me. Look, I know what being burned out looks like. And I know what it feels like when everything builds up all your work piles up, and you just couldn't give a damn, and your body just says, nope. And I also know that sitting here and staying in this freezing cold library isn't gonna solve anything for you. I mean, you're only human, even you. Wow, you didn't even argue with me. That's, a bit terrifying. Um, hey, but seriously, whatever it is, I don't know, school stress, family stuff, or maybe it's just life in general. I'm not here to argue or to compete with you tonight. I'm just here. Here to listen and hopefully to talk to you. And maybe I don't want to be your enemy anymore. I know that's kind of out of the left field, but being around you these past few weeks, even when we are arguing, I think you're genuinely one of the few people that makes me think, you know? You inspire me, you motivate me. You're someone who challenges me, and I really admire that. Probably more than I should. You're also incredibly stubborn. And honestly, I really like that side of you as well. Because you make me want to try harder, to be better. Even if half the time it looks like you want to strangle me. Yeah. Look, I know I've given you a hard time, but that's just because I don't really know how else to talk to you. You're sharp, driven, and pretty darn intimidating. All in the good ways, though. And I guess I just kept pushing to see how far you'd take it and push back. But right now you look exhausted, and I don't think I want to try and push anymore. Come here and close the laptop. Yeah, I'm serious. Come on. Please don't make me use my puppy dog eyes. You know how embarrassing it is. It's even worse than, I don't know, my normal straight face. I never use it. Come on. Fine. Please, can you just close that stupid laptop of yours? Alright. There we go. I mean, that's the smirk I've been looking for. And let me walk you home tonight. Not that look, it's not like I want to, look, I know who you are, I just need to make sure that you're actually gonna go home, and not just continue and sit around here if I don't actively force you to go home. Yes, so that's why I'm walking you home. Yeah, come on, I'll even carry your bag. Yeah. You don't have to look so shocked, I do have some redeeming qualities. At least I like to think so. And, I don't know if you ever want to talk about what's really on your mind. You don't have to do it alone, I'm here. Anyways, if anyone else gives you a hard time, I've got your back at least. So, come on, let's go. Hey, you're doing okay. Even if it doesn't feel like it, you're allowed to have off days. And you're allowed to need help. And I don't know if that just happens to be me, the person you need help from, then I swear that I'll come over and help. By the way, I meant what I said about admiring you and all that. Even if I was a jerk about it before, I don't think we're as different as we pretend to be. Alright. You don't have to give me a disgusted face. Yeah. I know. I don't know. I was just trying to be friendly, I guess. Whatever. Come on. Let's get out of here.